What is up, everybody? Robbie here with Bald and the Bearded. Today I'm joined along with, like every other time we do this, Jacob. He is now French. He is a French American. So welcome to America. Some interesting news. A classic. Yes, I'm calling it a classic, which means that it makes me old as well. But National Treasure is coming out with the third installment. I'm excited. I know a lot of people aren't Nicolas Cage fans, but I love me some Nicolas Cage. My favorite quote: "Put the bunny down." Con Air, one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. But anyway, National Treasure 3. No idea what it's going to steal this time, or what kind of secrets it's going to unlock. I kind of feel like National Treasure is the great value Da Vinci Code. Like, you know, when you go into the store, you have the name brand, and then you have the store brand. That's what National Treasure is, but I love it. I love the Da Vinci Code. I love those movies that kind of have, you know, where you're able to find, like, hidden things in the movie. So, I'm super excited about National Treasure. I'm sure you've seen the first two.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think of them?
I thought they were really good. Honestly, though, I mean, with all of America's history and everything that's come through America, like, you know, different items and everything,
right.
Historical value, they could honestly just make a TV show out of this if they wanted to.
Willis brought up a good point that he can go and steal the Epstein suicide videos. So who knows what we're gonna get out of this installment of National Treasure 3. I don't know what the name's gonna be. So far, I've just seen National Treasure 3. Anything with Nicolas Cage is going to be a box office hit for me.
I enjoy his movies too.
Yeah, people knock him down, but
the older the better. But
right, yeah, he definitely has some better older movies. Some of the newer stuff, but he's a solid actor.
We still love him.
We still love him. All right. Anything else you want to add to National Treasure?
I haven't seen much on it, other than
right,
what you told me.
It's kind of breaking.
Probably still in development.
Right, so a lot of this we just found out about.
But if they stick with the same general characters, him and, what was the other guy's name?
Was it his father?
He was in Failure to Launch.
Oh.
The nerdier guy. But
right,
as long as they keep him and Nicolas Cage together, I'm sure it'll still be a movie.
They played well off of each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I like their banter between them. Next topic that we have that kind of big for me is Disney Plus is doing so many good things. Like Disney is killing it right now. You know, coming out with The Mandalorian. We're going to have the Obi-Wan. So many great things are coming out on Disney Plus. Knights of the Old Republic. I know in the last week's episode. Oh, and by the way, sorry about the craziness with last week's episode. Dad was staying here. He had the stroke, all that fun stuff. Kind of put a kink in recording, but we're back. We're back in full speed. But last week we did our top 5 favorite video games. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We talk about some of our favorite games we've ever played. My number 1 was Knights of the Old Republic, which is what Disney is getting ready to explore, and you're going to explore the realm of Darth Revan, Malik, and maybe even Bastila and different things like that. Jacob actually tried to play Knights of the Old Republic, but it is such an archaic game. The combat style is literally you just click a button and let your guy do all the fighting himself. Jacob does not enjoy that style.
I like to wreak havoc on my own terms.
Right. But it's a near and dear game to me, and there's so many cool characters. BioWare did such a great job with that game, and I do kind of hope that they bring in some of the storytellers that came up with the story for Knights of the Old Republic, you know, when it was going through BioWare, because if I were you, I would at least watch a video on, like, the story of Knights of the Old Republic, because the reason it is my number 1 game, it was because of the story. The learning that, and it's like 20 years old, so I'm not going to say spoilers. Revan and Bastila were having this huge fight, like, you know, cool fight scene, and Malik, which was Revan's apprentice, turns on him, blows up the ship, which actually just knocks him unconscious, and Bastila and the Jedi Council kind of wipes Revan's mind, and he forgets that he's Revan, comes up with a new alias for him, and all that fun stuff. Well, as the game progresses, you start having visions of like you and Bastila, and a lot of it has to do with Bastila fighting Revan, and like later on in the game, you realize you are Revan, and you have to bring down the Sith, who you helped start. So great story. I don't know how Disney is going to bring it over to the big screens, but I'm going to be excited to see it. Any Star Wars that has come out, movie, TV show, whatever, I've enjoyed, and I'm sure we will enjoy it even more. I know you haven't played the games, but what are your thoughts on it, or on Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, or just what Disney Plus is doing in general?
I mean, I'm pro anything Star Wars. I mean, I think it's one of my number one favorite, things of all time. Franchise, yeah. But, I mean, I'm sure with Disney and their budget, and anything they do Star Wars, they're going to invest as much as they can into it. So I have no doubt it'll be worth the watch or worth the play or whatever they come out with. So.
Right. I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with it and see what they're going to explore, because there's so many things that you can do in the Star Wars universe. If you're bringing in Revan, you might be able to bring in Thrawn, or you might be able to bring in Darth Bane. So many great characters that are in the extended universe that they can bring back to it. I have countless books, Star Wars books, here in my man cave and on Audible that I enjoy listening to. There's even like horror books, like the scary movies. There's scary Star Wars books that can be turned into movies that are like zombie stormtroopers. How scary does that sound? It's in a book, and it is an awesome book, and I love it.
That would be an interesting watch.
The worst part about it is I usually listen to audiobooks as I fall asleep.
So you start thinking about it?
Well, in the zombie one, like, they scream. Like, they let out this, like, blood-curdling scream. And here I am one night, half asleep. I couldn't listen to that book going to sleep, because it'd be like, I'd be halfway asleep, and then they'd yell, and I'd be like, oh! Like, scare the crap out of me. But, yeah, a lot of good Star Wars books that they could potentially explore as TV shows, movies, and different things like that. But if you don't have any other info to add on that, we will move on to Cyberpunk 2077 is getting delayed. It's very sad, because I want to play this game.
Now, explain this to me again, because I haven't heard anything about this. So
the delay?
The Cyberpunk.
That's the Keanu Reeves game.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It took me a second to realize that, too. But a lot of games have been delayed, in 2019, and that we're supposed to be releasing here. I did not see when I was reading the article what release date they're going to have, but I'm very excited. The company that's making the game has made games in the past that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I believe, don't hold me to it, but I believe they've created The Witcher and games similar to that. So I'm very excited. Keanu Reeves is an amazing actor. So it's really cool seeing actors get into gaming roles. We've seen it with Norman Reedus with the weird baby game. Yes. So, seeing Keanu come into an action game like this is going to be super exciting. I know you've seen a little bit of it. Or at least heard some information about it, but what are your thoughts on it being delayed? Or what's your thoughts on games being delayed in general?
I mean, anytime I hear of a game being delayed, it's like whenever, as you know, I followed like Ark Survival Evolved for years before it even came to console, and it got delayed an ungodly amount of times, but every time I hear of a game being delayed, I just think of it, somehow they make it better with more time going into it. So. And
a lot of people get so mad and angry that games are being delayed. And I've talked about it on the Nerd Cave many times. If you have to delay a game, that's fine. Just quit setting, okay, we're delaying the game, but we'll have it,
just give us a time when you're sure.
Just, okay, take it back, because I want to complete a game. I don't want to there's been many games where I've played and they've had day one patches. I don't want a game like that. I want a game that I can jump in and enjoy it as a fully... Yeah, I know there's going to be bugs that we have to fix down the road, but I want a majority of the game to be flawless.
Yeah.
So, take your time with the game. Quit giving these updates like, oh, we're delaying this game. We'll have it to you by fall of 2020, and then fall of 2020. They're like, yeah, my bad, dog. It'll be ready by summer of 2021. And then summer, they're like, ooh, I know what I said. I'm sorry, but fall of 2020. Quit doing that because you're breaking our hearts every time. We understand why it has to be delayed because obviously everybody wants a polished game. We don't want a turd. We want a polished turd. So take your time, but quit giving us these, timelines that you're not going to be able to support. So, every James Bond movie ever made has had the iconic song. The most iconic song, I think, was Skyfall by Adele. It was beautifully done. Big music guy, I love it. I thought Adele did a great job. So for the new 007 that's going to be coming out, Billie Eilish.
William Eyelash.
She will be doing the big song in 007. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not a huge Billie Eilish fan. I like saying it. Her name is Eyelash.
I haven't listened to a whole lot of her music. Some of it I have listened to. It's different.
I'm a bad guy.
She sounds good, but it's just not my kind of music. And I've heard her sing some other stuff that sounds good. So, I'm sure with the James Bond, she can't do too much of her craziness that she does.
If they can rein her in and kind of... obviously, I'm perfectly fine with her. I might not enjoy it, but Billie Eilish, do your thing. You good with what you do. It's just not my thing.
I'm sure they kind of told her what they wanted, and then...
They will probably have the stipulation.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Sam Smith did a song for James Bond, too. I think it was for Spectre, the Writing on the Wall.
Right.
That was a great song, too.
Right.
And it really fit in with the intro that they did and everything for
it. And just because I'm not a fan of Billie Eilish, I don't feel like she's a bad artist.
I'm sure it'll surprise us.
And I'm hoping. That's kind of like, I come in with such a low expectation, even if it's just okay, it's better than what I'm thinking. I did that with Ant-Man. I thought that movie was going to be horrible. I thought that was going to be Marvel's first dud. And my expectations were so low, it was like, oh my god, this movie is amazing. So that's kind of where I am with Billie Eilish. I'm hoping she does well with it. We just have to see. Like I said, I don't think the production company's going to let her go, like you said, as crazy as she normally is. But I think they'll rein it in a little bit, and it's going to probably be a good song.
Oh yeah,
we hope.
She's she's still young in her career.
Right.
I think this is like her third year of being a bigger celebrity, so I think we'll be surprised with it.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll just have to see. So, what's been going on with you? What new game are you playing, or what old game are you playing, or show you're watching?
Oh, well, I've been diving into Game Pass on Xbox since I got my Xbox.
I saw that you hit level 116 in like 3 hours on Fallout, I felt like.
Yeah, well, I've been playing it for about a couple weeks, but I have used a few mods, just a few. I like, they have this cheat terminal, which is in the Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
It basically gives you everything. So, but I try to play right, and, I don't
play right
as
you can with mods. Yeah. I get it.
So, I played mainly for the story. I beat the main story, really enjoyed it. Plot twist at the end, of course, and Bethesda. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. If you haven't played Fallout 4, I suggest it. So, it's pretty good.
And this week, I actually did something that I'm surprised it took me this long. I actually watched the last, not the Bumblebee, but the Transformers, the last night, and the one before that.
The Age of Extinction?
Age of Extinction. I finally watched those two. Because I watched like the first half of Age of Extinction and just was not able to finish it and just never went back to watch it. But I like Mark Wahlberg in those movies. I thought he did a really good job. He's very OP for a human. But
I told you.
Right. But I get it.
The sword gun.
Right. Thoroughly enjoyed the movies. I haven't watched Bumblebee, but I have heard that it's not the best. But I will say, when I heard Bumblebee talk with his own actual voice,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my god! Like, it was cool. Like, it was a nerd moment. But...
Well, that was in the Shia LaBeouf trilogy, too, wasn't it?
Mm-mm.
He talked at the end.
I didn't think he did. I thought
he did.
I must have missed that, because I thought that he only used the radio voice. But, I don't know. We'll
I would say maybe at the end of the first one he did, and then, of course, back off again.
Right. I had never heard it, or I might have missed it. But, yeah, that's about what I've been doing this week. Been diving back into some Knights of the Old Republic and some Fable 3. Forgot how fun those games were.
Fable 3 would probably be my next project.
Yeah, I told him I'm going to start working on my backlog, like, religiously, because I'm about to have a little bit of a couple-day vacation before we go to Anne Marie's wedding, because I took off two extra days. I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then that Monday I'm off as well. So I'll be knocking into my backlog. I'm going to take out Knights of the Old Republic, then I'm going to take out Skyrim. That's my biggest, for shame, backlog that I have, is that I've not beat Skyrim, and it's such a good game and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I just get too caught up in all the side missions. That's what kills me. But I'm going to push through. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to beat the story, and I'm going to be the Dragon Master. That's what it's called, right?
Dragonborn.
Dragon Masters.
Dragonborn.
Dragon Master.
Whatever.
I will be the Dragon Master. So, you got anything else to add, or are we going to wrap this bad boy up?
Let's wrap it.
All right. Let's wrap it in saran wrap. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Bald and the Bearded. We're probably going to get ready to move our days where the podcast and the videos release. Probably move that to like a Wednesday or a Thursday that we're going to start releasing those. Just to make sure we have enough time to edit, because like I said, the past couple weeks have been kind of hectic and we want to try to be on a set regular schedule. But I do appreciate y'all sticking through with us through all the craziness that's been going on. If you do like what we're doing, give us topics to talk about. We'll do our research, we'll watch them, we'll play them. We'd love to hear from you guys in our community, The Bald and the Bearded. We're on Instagram and Facebook. And Mixer. I'm going to start trying to stream on Mixer a little bit. But like I said, give us a like, follow, subscribe, poke, wave, pinch every now and then. Guys, thanks for stopping by. This has been Robbie.
And Jacob.
Y'all have a great day.